Hello and welcome to episode 6 of the Churner Digest. Last episode was a topic episode, as I discussed. This one will be more normal churning related items. So without further ado, I'll just be giving some updates on some things I did in the past couple weeks since my last update, including some new cards I opened, some gift cards I bought, and some other ongoings and some interesting updates. So first off, I bought a bunch of Airbnb gift cards. I'm hosting a bachelor party for a friend. I'm his best man coming up here, and we rented an Airbnb, and I figured I'd get nice little discounts on Airbnb gift cards. So we had one from Target, one from Best Buy. Both of them were buy $200 worth of Airbnb gift cards and get a $20 gift card to the respective stores, which was a pretty decent deal in my opinion. 10% off is pretty good. I normally get around 5% on Airbnb, so 10% is a nice bonus for me. Next, I did some Uber gift cards. One thing to mention, those Airbnb gift cards are now expired, those deals, so unfortunately they're not around. Those usually go pretty quickly, but if you are interested in those, just keep an eye on Dr. Credit. He posts them, or they post it pretty frequently. Next, we do have some gift card purchases that are still active, so there's a Uber gift cards out there, which is good for both Uber Eats as well as Uber. You share one Uber Cash balance that can be used on both Uber Eats as well as regular Uber. One of them is for, again, buy $200 worth of Airbnb gift cards. You get a $20 gift card to this one's for Best Buy. There's one on Newegg that's just a straight $10 off of $100. And then there's one that I didn't do, but it looks like it's still active, for giftcards.com to save 10 to 15% on gift cards for this Uber, and there's also PetSmart. But if you're interested in getting some nice discounts, I already get 7% on Uber purchases through my cardless Boston Celtics card. I'm grandfathered in with 7% back on ride shares. But purchasing this gives me 10%, and then I use my Bank of America customized cash rewards set to online shopping to get another 4.5%, which will bring it to 14.5%, which is almost more than double of what I would normally get. So I have some international trips coming up here, and who doesn't need Uber Cash? I mean, I now have $300 in Uber, so I don't think I need to get any more, but at least I have a little stockpile for if and when I do need it. Next are some credit cards opened up. I was just kind of getting the credit card itch. I talked about it a little bit last episode this past weekend on the apartment rant, but I've just grown into the habit of wanting to populate my card images site for no other reason other than, I have a problem. So I decided to open up Wells Fargo Active Cash, the Apple Card, as well as the FNBO Evergreen. We'll start with Active Cash first. That's $200 to get $500. Spend $500 to get $200 in cash back. You have to do that in 3 months, and you also get 15 months of 0% APR. They only give me $3K limit, so I'll probably wind up maxing that $3K out and just floating that for the 15 months. It'll get me maybe like $50 in interest at Juno with 5%. It's better than nothing. Next was the Apple Card. It seems like they have sort of an all-time high sign-up bonus of a stackable $150 bonus for spending $75. So there's one where it's spend $75. There's a particular link. It's on Dr. Credit where you can spend just your first transaction automatically gets $75 off. And then that also stacks with an Ace Hardware sign-up bonus where you spend $75 at Ace Hardware and they give you $75 worth of Apple Cash. So, not bad. I also kind of wanted to get the card and see how it was. I was kind of disappointed by the card, honestly. I've had plenty of metal cards. I mean, this is super snobby and who really cares? But I was kind of a little let down. I've had other metal cards that are nicer. Honestly, the titanium felt a little cheap. I didn't like the finish on it, and the magnetic stripe at the top of the card is like basically a sticker. And it feels a little cheap, and they don't etch your name in there. It's just kind of like painted. So kind of just a little bit of a letdown. The chip design on that, though, is definitely the nicest I've seen on any card. And they also are similar to the Nest card, which I'll probably have an upcoming episode on. that card coming up here in a little bit. But they put the chip on the opposite side of what you normally expect, I think. Maybe I'm wrong on that. Let me see. No, yeah, the chip's on the right, which normally it's on the left, but apparently MasterCard or Visa don't really care where you put the chip as long as it's there, so they chose on the left, which looks kind of like the opposite orientation, but it still works. Also, with the Apple Card came like a free McChicken if you made a Apple Wallet purchase. Didn't really come with the card, but I'm considering it part of the bonus because I wouldn't have had McDonald's otherwise. Also, I did notice some weird behavior with the Apple Card in tandem with Curve. So, as I mentioned, the sign-up bonus in the Apple Card was make your first transaction and get a $75 Apple Cash sign-up bonus. So, I added my card to Curve, which does a temporary transaction to verify that you have the card. You put in the little merchant name that Curve puts through. It's like a custom verification code, and then you give it to Curve, and then you can charge the card. So I did that, and then I just I went back in time. I used go back in time to put, I think it was a Shell gas station purchase. It was like a couple bucks. It was like just a quick, I don't know, I bought a water bottle or something. And I figured that would be it. That would be my first $75 sign-up bonus. It turns out the first charge on the card was that Curve verification code. So that wound up getting refunded by Curve because it's just a verification. And Apple is actually intelligent enough to, if you make a purchase and then get a sign-up bonus and refund it, they'll refund the sign-up bonus as well. So I had to call Apple and be like, hey, this is a verification charge. It was refunded. Can you put it on a different card? And within a couple of days, it was fixed. But just keep that in mind if you do have Curve and you plan on adding your Apple Card to it. I don't know why you would, because you only get 1% with the physical card, and that would count as a physical card purchase. But if you do that, don't make it your first purchase because you won't get that sign-up bonus. Or you might risk getting it revoked. And then the third card I got was the FNBO Evergreen card. That's spend $1,000, get a $200 sign-up bonus in 3 months. I didn't mention this, but the Apple Card gave me a $3K limit, and then the FNBO Evergreen gave me a 22.5K limit, which is kind of crazy. For the other card I have with them is the Ducks Unlimited card, which is grandfathered in at 5% cash back at gas stations and sporting goods stores. That card, after already requesting a credit limit increase from them, is at $4,600. So they gave me, 4 times the limit, which I was kind of shocked by. I thought they'd be a little stingy, especially I opened that card last after the Apple Card and after the Active Cash card. And I had just opened up a Bank of America Unlimited Cash card last month, and then the Nest card the month prior. So my velocity is pretty high. I'm like 5 cards in the past 2 months. So I was kind of shocked to see that they gave me such a big limit, but I'm not going to say no. They don't give you a 0% intro APR, which is a little upsetting with that big of a limit, but it's nice to have anyway. One thing to note on the FNBO card, I'm now let me take that back. When I first got the card, the Ducks Limited card, I don't believe they had a geo restriction. I was living in Jersey at the time, and I just opened the card, so I established a relationship with FNBO. But if I now try to go to Evergreen and use my current zip code, which is not Jersey, and I even put in my Jersey zip code, both say that I'm out of the footprint, and to call to apply, I had to call multiple times to get to the right department because they weren't sure. One department told me that I had to have a mailer that said I had a particular offer code in order for them to apply for me, but they had to route me to the sales department, credit sales, in order for me to apply for the card over the phone, which was fine. It just took a while to find the correct department. Also of note, the new card didn't show up in my account at all. I had to call and ask them to attach it to my account, and then the representative went ahead and did it, which was a little weird, but it's all in there now. Everything's all squared away. So now I have those 3 new cards, and I have those card images very nicely on my card image wall of fame, I guess. I don't really know what to call it. Next was something interesting I noticed, or something interesting that happened to me. I have so many bank account sign-up bonuses that I go through over the years. Last year I had probably like 30 1099 forms. And I try and do a good job of tracking them in my spreadsheet in addition to getting the actual 1099s in the mail. So when I was going through and submitting my taxes for this year, I noticed that I think like 5 or 6 banks just never sent me 1099s. I don't think they legally have to do it if it's below $600, but some of them just never did it. So I manually tracked them and manually reported it. And like this week, I received a 1099 from Ocean First Bank, and it had like if this is a corrected 1099, check this box, even though I never received one. So that was a little interesting. I already had considered the sign-up bonus in my tax return, and the amount was correct, so I don't have to make an amendment. But that was just something interesting I thought I'd call out. While we're talking about bank accounts, I also went and signed up for a Abington Bank account. Currently, there's a Massachusetts only $200 checking bonus. I think that was declined due to Chex. They got back to me. The account went to pending, and then got back to me and said, "Sorry, we can't open the account." And I opened so many accounts that it's not surprising at this point. And then People First Credit Union, that's also offering a $200 checking bonus. That one, I haven't really heard anything back yet. I'm looking at the Doctor of Credit comments. It looks like a lot of people are getting the request from the representative, which I got as well, asking for me to send in my photo ID, verifying that it's me. And I haven't heard anything back since, but according to the comments, people are saying that they mail out your physical online account credentials to you, like through snail mail. So time will tell if that'll actually come. All right, that's it for bank accounts. Next, we're going to go into just some kind of random things. This past weekend, I lost my wallet. It was very annoying. It's not even the money that was in there, like a couple $100, but like, actually, I don't even remember how much money there's in there, to be honest. I rarely use cash. I just have it on me to make sure I have some cash. It's more just the annoyance of having to go through and request all my cards again. Like, one of the cards is my Curve card, and it's specifically the metal variant that you have to ask for. And I've already done that. Now I have to go to Curve chat again and be like, "Hey, can you mail me this card, but make sure it's the metal card?" And my main bank is Juno, and Juno told me that in order for me to get another Juno metal card, it's $60, but they'll send me a plastic one for free. So I did that. It's just these little annoyances. And I had my public transport card in there that had some money on it, and it's a pain in the buns to go get a new transit card. You got to find the proper train station that has it. So, and not to mention my driver's license, but thankfully that's kind of easy now. You just submit the request online and they'll mail you a new one. But it's just the annoyance. It's not even the fact that I lost it. Like, yeah, it happens, but like, it's just having to get all the cards again. It's just a pain in the ass. On that, I did wind up buying a Bellroy low bifold hide and seek wallet. I previously had a Notice wallet, but it looks like that company doesn't exist anymore. I liked that wallet a lot. I had it for like maybe, I don't know, 5 years. It had like this cool credit card slide out thing. For me, my wallets, I like to have leather wallets, bifold wallets that can hold cash, because I like to always have cash even though I don't use it. But it had like this cool pull tab slide thing for the cards, which I liked, and it stored a lot of cards. The Bellroy wallet, I have their phone cases, so I like their leather, and hopefully it's fine. So I'm looking forward to that. And that I actually got 10% off via RetailMeNot. They had a 10% off for their shopping portal. If you haven't used RetailMeNot, they're pretty good. It used to be my go-to for online coupons, but online coupons have kind of like gone to the wayside, and now I do a lot of shopping portals, and RetailMeNot is one that I've used and had good history with. And then I also, because I lost my wallet, went and purchased a Tile wallet tracker. That also had a 10% off, and that I used TopCashBack. And we'll get into TopCashBack a little bit here. Some people have had some problems with TopCashback. I haven't had any issues. I did recently have an issue with a Blue Apron purchase not tracking. I'm going to actually recommend a Blue Apron TopCashback offer here in a sec, but the way that they work is if you're a returning customer and you click through if you sign up for Blue Apron and don't get the box shipped, they give you $5. But if you sign up and get the box shipped, I believe it's within 30 days, they'll give you the higher offer, which at the time was $75. And I noticed that it just showed the $5 and didn't show the $75, so I filed a missing request. And turns out after I filed the request, the track did properly go through, so I got the $75, and then my request went through and they approved another one. So I actually got, I believe, two $75 ones. I have a hard time looking at the transaction history in TopCashback, so I can't really make heads or tails of it, but I think I got a double dip on that, which was kind of nice. But in that vein, right now TopCashback is $75 off of a new purchase of Blue Apron. And the unique thing about TopCashback as compared to Rakuten for things like meal kits is Rakuten specifically says you can't be a returning customer. It has to be your first time. TopCashback doesn't say that. So I've done multiple Blue Apron offers through TopCashback, and I've gotten them credited. I've already claimed $155, and I have a total pending of $202.76. That's not. I have $155 and then an extra $202.76 pending. Total $202.76 with part of it pending. So I have claimed it. I have received multiple offers from Blue Apron, so it is churnable. Right now, when I just went through and made a purchase, and the max meals you can get is 5 meals, and I chose 2 servings, and that's $59 with free shipping. And with the $75 off your box, that'll be a $16 moneymaker. I like Blue Apron meals. They can be a little bit low on calories. I don't know specifically on calories, but they always seem to not be super filling. But I do like their meals. They're pretty yummy, and they're pretty healthy. I've talked about this before in a blog post, but I don't love meal kits because they produce a lot of waste. But I say that, and then on the flip side, I've had meal kits for every single one of my dinners for at least the past year and a half, maybe. So I pay less than $5 per meal for all of them. If not, I make money via cashback offers like this. So I very much recommend giving it a shot if you haven't tried it. And I just make new email accounts. The email account that you put into Blue Apron or any of these meal kit sites doesn't have to match your email address that's in the shopping portal site. So like my TopCashback email is my real email, and then my Blue Apron, I've done it so many times, it has like 6 pluses in it and like a couple decimal points. And since it's Gmail, it still sends it to my account, and Blue Apron thinks it's a new account, so I get the new account bonus. I mean, maybe their VC funding will dry up eventually, but who knows? While we're talking about TopCashback, they also have a $2.50 incentive for spending $15. Doctor of Credit shared that today. I think maybe it's today only. It's from the 12th to the 14th, and today's the 13th, so it expires tomorrow. So if you're listening to this now, I plan on getting this out on the 13th. It's still available. You can also just purchase gift cards. TopCashback has gift cards that you can purchase, and that works for the incentive. That's what I did. And then I realized that there was a good Blue Apron offer, so I did that. So if you want to, you can activate the $2.50 incentive, do the Blue Apron purchase, which will get you the Blue Apron offer of $75 off, as well as the $2.50 incentive. If you don't want to do that, you can just buy a gift card. I bought, again, Airbnb gift cards. It was a $25 gift card. I think they give you like 5% off, so why not? And then finally, if you haven't used TopCashback before, I'll give my referral code. I think you get $10 for it, and I think I get $10 as well. Give them a shot. They do take kind of long to pay out. Sometimes it's a couple months, but I haven't had an issue where something I was expecting to pay out didn't pay out. I think the only time that happened was my first time using it was the HBO offer, where it was like $220 for signing up for HBO Max, which is now just Max, which was like a $100 moneymaker, which was incredible. And then they sent an email out to everybody saying that it wasn't there was a mistake in the listing and it wasn't supposed to be that much, but they actually wound up honoring it. So they've kind of earned my respect for that. I'll see if I can dig up that Doctor of Credit post where I originally did that because it's pretty interesting. But that's about it for today. Just a quick and dirty update. There's one more thing. There is a new class action lawsuit against Google. So if you used Google between, I think it's like 2006 to 2013, which is probably everybody, there's a $23 million settlement. I can't imagine much money's going to come out of it, nor that it's going to come soon, but might as well give it a shot. Why not? Filling these things out are so quick and painless that I just do it every time it's posted on Doctor of Credit, and eventually down the line I get a couple bucks on my PayPal account, so why not? But yeah, that's about it. This is episode 4. Let me know. Reach out to me if you have any questions or have any feedback. I don't use Reddit too much anymore, well, as of the past couple of days because of the way that they're handling their third-party APIs, so I'm kind of not using that too much. Haven't been on it the past couple of days. I've been supplementing it with the Simple Finances Discord as well as just constantly refreshing Doctor of Credit. So you can email me at churnersdigest@gmail.com, or you can reach out to me at Discord at Fear the Z, or you can message me on Reddit, but like I said, I'm not checking that too much. But that's about it for today. Hope you have a nice week, and I'll talk to you all later. Have a good one.